Princess Nadia here to read you a scene from Hearts and Heirs, the series I appear in, with my sister, Natasha. This little bit is from Kyle's perspective, I'm afraid. I cleared my throat, trying not to visibly tremble under the bed covers that I held up to my neck. There was something just so daunting about Nadia that it unsettled me to my core. Unsurprising. Those cold eyes, so different from Natty's, made me want to shiver all over. He's a bit of a wimp. Mind if I get dressed first? I managed to squeak out. I do, actually, she answered as she stalked a little closer, her hands clasped behind her back. I like to keep a man off balance. Being half undressed has a way of doing that. Mission accomplished. If I had any balance at all, she'd taken it with that frosty demeanor and those pointed glances. Right, I answered, keeping the sheet high. Where's Natty? She narrowed her eyes. Not your concern. I licked my lips, trying to find a response, but I couldn't. She wasn't wrong. Natty wasn't exactly mine, despite all those lovely kisses we'd shared. Had she even admitted to her sister that we'd had something beyond friendship? Oh, well, I just wanted to say good morning. You really are an odd duck, aren't you, Doctor? A discerning assessment of my character, yet surprisingly rude from a woman I assumed was a princess. I could argue the same. You're not exactly what someone would expect from a princess. That comment seemed to amuse her, and it did. She tugged one corner of her lips back into a half smile. Seriously, the leather outfit doesn't really scream princess. Yet, I am, she answered. Not that it matters. We're here to discuss you. All right, so I'm a little strange, I'll admit it. She flicked her eyebrows up, crossing her arms. The leather of her jacket creaked as she settled into the pose. I'd say more than a little. Who shows up ready to ruin their father merely because he didn't know about them? I raised a finger in the air, ready to rebut that. Well, actually, at the time, I thought he did know about me and tried to abandon me, or get rid of me. I see. So, would you say you're a man of action, then? If a problem needs solving, you'll do anything you have to do to settle it? That's an odd question. What was she getting at? Was she testing me to see if I had the decorum to behave properly if I was seeing her sister? And you refuse to answer it, which makes me nervous, Doctor. I'm not refusing to answer it. I'm just... Really, could I just put a shirt on? She arched an eyebrow as she stalked to my bag, rummaging through it before she pulled my med school t-shirt from within. She tossed it at me and I caught it mid-air, slipping it on before I threw back the covers. Now, she said as she hovered right in front of me when I swung my legs over the bed, are you capable of answering the question? I ran a shaky hand through my hair. I would like to think I'm a man of appropriate action. I mean, I'm a surgeon. I worked in the emergency room for a few years. I know how to quickly assess things and devise a course of action. Appropriate action, she repeated with a bob of her head. So you would never say, do something illegal or unethical? I swallowed hard. Was it some sort of test? I hadn't exactly been squeaky clean in my past. If I answered yes, would she call me out on my past behavior? If I answered no, would that stop me from having a relationship with Natty? This was a no-win situation. How do you expect me to answer that? I retorted, a little annoyed by the position she was putting me in. Honestly, she answered. I want honesty, Doctor. I need to know what I'm dealing with here. I rose, pushing past her as I crossed to the other side of the room. Look, I get it, okay? I'm not exactly royal material. You don't want your sister with some commoner with a colorful past. I can't change that, though, so if that's what you're here to say, then just say it. Stop asking me these cryptic questions. I wagged a finger at her. although I will warn you that I plan to fight for her." She arched an eyebrow, a smirk playing at her lips. "Well, right to the point. I like that." I hope you enjoyed that little reading. It was certainly one of my most favorite moments from the book. Kyle is a bit odd, though. I hope that doesn't make a problem for us.